Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to today's Enterprise Connect webinar, Beyond Voice and Messaging, Innovate Customer Experiences with Programmable Digital Engagement, sponsored by Radisys and broadcast by Informa. I'm Eric Kraft from Enterprise Connect, and I'll be your moderator today. We have just a few announcements before we begin. This webinar is designed to be interactive. The dock of widgets at the bottom of your screen will allow you to learn about today's speakers, download resources, share this webinar via social media outlets, and participate in the Q&A session that takes place at the end of our presentation. The slides will advance automatically throughout the event. You may also download a copy of the slides via the Resources widget. Toward the end of our webinar, we'll ask you to complete our survey found on the right-hand side of your screen. Please take a minute to fill this out before leaving us today, as your feedback will provide us with valuable information on how we can improve future events. Lastly, if you're experiencing any technical problems, please click the Help widget found at the bottom of your screen or type your issue into the Q&A area, and we'll be glad to offer one-on-one assistance. So now on to the presentation. Beyond Voice and Messaging, Innovate Customer Experiences with Programmable Digital Engagement. Discussing today's topic is David Myron, Principal Analyst for Enterprise IT at Omdia, and Al Balasco, Head of Media, Core, and Applications Business at Radisys. David, now I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Eric. I'm happy to be here with you and Al and our viewers to talk about some of the multi-channel challenges and opportunities that are facing contact centers today. COVID-19 has created a new normal for contact centers that has significantly influenced customer and business needs. I'll spend some time on how IT budgets are increasing to address these needs, and more specifically, what emerging customer communication channels organizations are investing in. I'll talk about the potential of AI in the contact center and some key recommendations as well. So with that, let's get started. As I stated earlier, COVID-19 created a new normal for contact centers. Because of government work-from-home mandates in the first half of 2020, nearly 75% of customer service agents were forced to work from home. In Q4 of 2021, more than a year and a half after these mandates were initiated, Omdia expects at least 50% of agents are still working from home. Clearly, COVID's impact on contact centers was long-lasting and disruptive. With contact centers, which contact centers fared the worst, when you look at those that fared the worst, it was those that were housed in premise-based environments. They didn't offer digital channel options for customer self-service, and they had little or no experience in managing remote workers. A move to cloud operations and digital channel implementation plans, originally scheduled for 5 to 8 years in the future, were by necessity accomplished in a few days to a week by the centers that could do it. This transition to the cloud, while abrupt, enabled contact center leaders to think more strategically about their business and customer needs, as well as technology investments and operations. Moving forward, the new normal will require an omnichannel approach, an increase in digital and self-service options, location-independent agent workforces, as well as new technologies and tools that optimize the work-from-home scenario and expand the availability of data to handle interactions. Earlier this year, Omdia completed its 2022 IT Enterprise Insights Survey. In it, over 4,700 global respondents were asked, which objectives do you perceive as the top 3 business challenges to your organization? Increasing operating efficiency was the clear winner, with about 18% stating it was their top priority, and 46% consider it as one of their top 3 business priorities. Improving customer experience ranks number 4 as a top priority at less than 15%, which is behind increasing operating efficiency, reducing operating expenditure, and increasing revenue. However, improving customer experience ranks number 2 overall globally, with about 42% considering it one of their top 3 business priorities. To address the challenges and opportunities brought on by the pandemic, most organizations globally are increasing their IT budgets for 2022. According to Omdia research, 23% of respondents plan to increase their IT budgets 6% or more in 2022, which is well above the 11.5% reported in 2021, representing a 100% year-over-year increase. 37% plan to increase their budgets 1 to 5% in 2022, up from 31% in 2021, a nearly 20% jump. This means that about 60% of organizations surveyed plan to increase their IT budgets in 2022, compared to only 18% that plan to decrease their IT budgets. Let's take a look at where they're putting their money. We know that organizations are heavily invested in the more traditional customer support channels, such as email, phone, and the web. According to this chart, email leads the way with about 95% of organizations currently using this channel for support. The phone follows at about 80%, and the web is close behind at 79%. However, looking beyond traditional support channels, organizations are investing more into omnichannel customer engagement strategies. Already, 16% of respondents in Omdia's 2022 IT Enterprise Insights survey stated that they have already completed their omnichannel customer engagement strategy, and 28% stated that their omnichannel efforts are well advanced. In fact, this pie chart shows that 44% of organizations are either well advanced or have completed their omnichannel engagement strategy, while another 44% are either in early stages or in progress of completing their omnichannel customer engagement strategy. So clearly, there's plenty of room for opportunities for companies to invest in omnichannel strategies. And with that, let's take a look at some of the technologies and channels that they plan to invest in 2022. When planning their omnichannel strategy, contact center executives should look to add automation where appropriate. Centers often struggle to find enough qualified agents to quickly address customer service issues, particularly during busy periods. Also, humans are fallible and can't always provide the best responses while adhering to all of a company's policies, regulations, and compliance requirements. Additionally, new and evolving customers who lived through the pandemic have gained a more favorable impression of digital customer service channels and self-help applications. They appreciate the value of digital channels and are more willing to use them to quickly answer their questions and resolve issues. This enables companies to significantly lighten the support load of live agents. According to Omdia research, 28% of global IT professionals have a strategic investment plan for SaaS customer service automation in 2022, while 36% have a minor investment plan. This means that 64% of IT professionals plan to make at least a minor investment in SaaS customer service automation in 2022. To be successful, enterprises will need a well-defined process automation roadmap. They should plot the most significant areas of the business that are suited for automation and assign a focus group of business process owners to discuss and prepare a future blueprint with strategic objectives in mind. Also, organizations should ensure support for human interaction when necessary and ensure that data privacy standards are being met with transparency about how that is being achieved. Taking omnichannel support to the next level is artificial intelligence. AI can supercharge the performance of existing contact center channels and has given rise to new ones, all of which help organizations provide a level of support beyond human capacity. Speech recognition and natural language processing is one example. As speech recognition and natural language understanding technologies improve and the interactions become even more natural, Omdia expects consumer reticence about speaking to machines to decrease. Another channel that has emerged as a result of artificial intelligence is the intelligent virtual assistant, or chatbot channel, which is gaining a lot of interest from organizations that are looking to automate repetitive, routine interactions with customers. Additionally, the popularity of chatbots and video usage is making way for AI-powered video bots as a customer service channel. Artificial intelligence will become more pervasive throughout the enterprise and contact centers. A customer can engage in hundreds of micro-moments along their journeys. When it comes to optimizing each micro-moment, the key is to ensuring that the customer journey is tailored to the platform or device they're using. AI contextualizes the micro-moments, targeting customers' needs along the journey. AI helps to provide a holistic customer experience throughout the customer journey, from the first touch to the final sale. For instance, the traditional approach to predicting customer lifetime value is based solely on customers' historical data. But customer lifetime value models powered by AI take into consideration a combination of factors, including the monetary value of the purchase, and inference of future actions, for example, to make better predictions. When enough of this data is collected, machine learning algorithms help marketers and customer experience managers identify trends, patterns, insights, commonalities, and abnormalities in data. After the data is gathered and sorted, it can be analyzed to ensure that the best content and messages are not only reaching, but are also positively affecting the appropriate audiences along the journey. For these reasons, enterprises can no longer consider AI to be future technology. In some cases, it's even considered essential technology for today. AI has proven that it can drive down costs, generate new revenue streams, and enhance customer experiences. Companies without an active plan to roll out effective AI-enabled customer service will be at a disadvantage against competitors that have adopted or plan to adopt AI. Despite setbacks to businesses and the economy from COVID-19, the AI software market has continued to grow. Smaller companies in certain industries postponed AI pilot programs due to the pandemic, but large companies with AI embedded into their business models continue to see benefits from their AI investments. As the market expands and evolves, so will AI products and technologies. New products developed for emerging use cases and technological improvements in hardware and communication networks will accelerate AI adoption as well. The global AI software market should continue to experience healthy growth as it penetrates many traditional software markets and introduces innovative business solutions. According to Omdia research, 26% of companies surveyed are planning a strategic investment in AI in 2022, and 37% are planning a minor upgrade to their existing investments, totaling 63% that are planning to invest in AI in 2022. Seeking greater intelligence requires clean data. So just keep in mind that when seeking AI developments, it may be helpful to remember that data comes first. Enterprises must clean and tag their data before initiating their AI efforts. Labor costs associated with live agent support continue to weigh on call center budgets. Also, agents are human and they make mistakes, which means they don't consistently provide the best responses. Speech-directed dialogue systems have helped to offset these costs in IVRs, but prevent customers from speaking freely, which can frustrate them. This creates an opportunity for companies to interact with their customers in a conversational way through AI-powered IVRs. Conversational IVRs enable customers to resolve issues around the clock in a seamless way. Plus, by effectively automating the handling of repetitive, routine customer interactions, conversational IVRs enable contact centers to cut labor costs as well. Newer cloud vendors, which tend to be cloud-only providers, are ramping up the competition with advanced multi-channel interaction capabilities, such as conversational IVRs, enriched by powerful AI capabilities. Speech recognition uses natural language processing, natural language generation technology as a front end, while deploying other algorithms to handle responses and actions to queries. This use case is generating a lot of interest because it can be applied to nearly any business to consumer or B2B company or government entity and can scale easily to meet the needs of both small and large enterprises. With SMS and messaging platforms like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, billions of people globally use some form of messaging to communicate. Contact centers struggle to find enough qualified agents to quickly address customer service issues, particularly during busy periods. Also, as I suggested earlier, humans are fallible and can't always provide the best responses while adhering to all the company's policies, regulations, and compliance requirements. When you combine these challenges with consumers' preference for messaging, it creates a big opportunity for companies to interact with their customers through chatbots. Like speech-enabled IVRs, chatbots enable organizations to cost-effectively automate the handling of repetitive, routine interactions with customers in a conversational way. Plus, they require absolutely no customer training for customers to use them. Automated chatbots can resolve customer problems within minutes as opposed to email support, which can take hours for a resolution. Because of their availability, accuracy, and efficiency, companies deploying chatbots are noticing higher customer satisfaction scores, more leads, and increased conversion rates. Chatbots can also help gather customer data and statistics, such as the most common problems that customers run into, preferences, and so on. This insight can be used to create more informative pages on your website, such as more detailed FAQ page or specific information about certain products or services that customers often ask about. Chatbots can benefit a wide range of industries such as healthcare, financial services, and the airline industry. These solutions are well suited for national and global B2C and B2B companies that must handle a large volume of customer interactions each day. According to Omdia research, 86% of companies surveyed plan to invest in automated chatbots in 2022, and 28% are planning a strategic investment. There's good reason for this, as chatbots can provide measurable improvements in availability, accuracy, and efficiency. They can operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and can quickly leverage data from various sources such as historical and annotated call data. While chatbots can be very effective, they aren't a customer support panacea, so they excel at automating the handling of routine questions, but when it comes to more complex problems, they must transfer the interaction to a live agent. That's why the goal of chatbots shouldn't be to replace agents, but to free agents to address the most serious and complicated customer problems. Moving beyond chatbots, if contact centers want to custom build an application on a legacy on-premises solution, they would be subjected to high costs and lengthy development cycles. While SaaS solutions provide a lower upfront cost and faster deployment times, they often have limited off-the-shelf features and functionality. Programmable microservices enable companies to buy a contact center solution and build custom experiences to meet their contact center objectives. Retailers, educational institutions, and others can leverage programmable microservices to provide advanced immersive media solutions such as augmented reality, mixed reality, 360-degree video, and wearables for the Internet of Things. One way contact centers can capitalize on the growth in video conferencing services is by extending voice and video to functionality to existing text-based chatbot solutions to create video bots. Not all customers are comfortable typing, and some would find it easier and faster to talk about their issue rather than to read and type about it. The overwhelming popularity of TikTok and Zoom over the past few years has also fostered a general acceptance and even a preference for video as a communication channel since the beginning of the pandemic. Video bots enable organizations to leverage the popularity of this emerging channel and provide an alternative to faceless chatbot solutions, offering more authenticity to the interaction, and it helps build customer trust. Faster resolution time is one of the benefits of video bots. Many customers might find it easier to talk and listen than to type and read. Video bots enable them to communicate in new ways, and they can also help expedite handle times. Another benefit of video bots is that they can help increase revenue. Video bots can demonstrate new products as a natural part of the conversation, enabling cross-selling and upselling opportunities where appropriate. All these developments since the pandemic started bode well for the future of contact center technologies. New and evolving customers who lived through the pandemic have gained a more favorable impression of digital customer service channels and self-help applications. They appreciate the value of digital channels and are more willing to use them to quickly answer their questions and resolve issues. A byproduct of the increased use of omnichannel AI and automated customer support channels, as well as investments in the remote agent approach, will be an increase in better qualified, more flexible, but fewer customer service representatives who will raise the bar for acceptable customer service operations. And just a few recommendations as I wrap it up. As I mentioned, the pandemic is creating a new normal for contact centers. Work from home mandates change contact center operations, technology needs, and customer expectations. The new normal will further accelerate the move to the cloud, expand the use of digital channels, and lift customer satisfaction. Unfortunately, contact centers still using on-premises solutions will not be prepared to handle major disruptions. Adopt a cloud strategy if you haven't done so already. You can do this by adding a cloud system at one local facility or add a contact center application to a premises-based system. Voice-only contact center systems can't provide rollover options when live agent coverage isn't available. So contact centers should provide multi-channel access to customer service, including self-service applications. Keep in mind that multi-channel support that's handled by remote agents must retain the control that managers have become used to in premises-based systems. AI has already earned a reputation as essential technology for today's businesses. It has proven that it can drive down costs, generate new revenue streams, and enhance customer experiences. So organizations should incorporate AI where appropriate. Having stated this, though, it's important to understand that seeking greater intelligence requires clean data. When seeking AI development, it may be helpful to remember that data comes first, and enterprises must clean and tag their data before initiating their AI efforts. Processes must be re-engineered. Identify areas of the enterprise that are affected and design or re-engineer related processes. Enterprises must clearly define their programs and retrain customer-facing employees to assume their higher value-added tasks. Forgetting people and their interactions with AI would lead to the derailing of AI technology as a vehicle for positive change. Getting value out of AI requires a well-rounded workforce. Employees must have the proper mix of technology and business skills. Enterprises must prepare their teams for the impact AI will have on skill sets, expertise, and the nature of work. That's why it's important for organizations to consider how their roles will evolve and how their jobs will change. With that, I'll now hand it off to our moderator, Eric, for the next portion of our webinar. Back to you, Eric.
Great. Thanks very much, David, and thanks for a great presentation. And I would like to, before we move on to the Radisys presentation, ask everybody if you wouldn't mind taking a survey and helping us gather some data here. So we'd like to ask, which virtual assistant technology are you considering for your customer engagement? And you can pick as many of these as you're considering. There's chatbots, voice-enabled IR, conversational AI-based voice IVR, video-based virtual assistants, and/or sentiment analysis on live calls. So we'll give you just a minute to take a look at that. And David, maybe while folks are just filling that in, I was really struck by really the kind of at the beginning of your presentation, the note that we still are seeing half of agents working remotely, and that's just kind of a reminder as we look forward, how much change may still be ongoing.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at a hybrid workforce continuing on for the long term. Companies have already expressed to us that they've been able to make it work with the work from home mandates, and they're finding as well that as they're investing in more automation, they're able to be more selective with the agents that they're using, and they now have the tools and technologies to enable them to work remotely. So they're putting their more time and money into enabling agents to work from home and empowering them to work from home and do a good job at it. So that's what we're seeing, and we're expecting to see this hybrid environment to continue on.
And it totally kind of demonstrates the way it's all sort of interacting with everything else, the hybrid environment, the ability to do cloud, the capabilities that we've got here on the screen, to change the role of the agent and refine that. So let's go ahead and look at what you in the audience have told us. Looks like chatbots are still the kind of the dominant thing. Voice-enabled IVR is up there too. I'll leave this up on the screen for a minute here and then turn the presentation over to Al Balasco from Radisys. And Al, you can comment on these results if you'd like, and then go ahead and jump into your own presentation.
Very good. Thanks, Eric. Actually, there's one thing that struck me right off when you switched to this slide is the video-based virtual assistant, and the fact that almost half of the respondents are considering this type of technology. I think maybe a year and a half ago, that would have been a much smaller number. So it's a recognition of some of the trends and some of the benefits that David talked about. Okay. I'll move on. Thank you. So today I will talk about some solutions from Radisys that address that leverage some of the technologies that David talked about, AI and machine learning technologies, and can help businesses realize some of the benefits that he talked about, whether it's cost savings, new revenue and selling opportunities. I think customer loyalty is another critical outcome of the potential of these new digital engagement technologies. First, I'll do a brief introduction of Radisys. Many of you may not have heard of Radisys, but there's a good chance that you're using our technology anytime you make a call over a mobile network or participate in a conference call. Radisys is based outside of Portland, Oregon, where the company was founded just over 30 years ago by a group of Intel engineers. We've been serving the communications industry since that launch. In late 2018, we joined the Reliance family of companies, which includes Reliance Jio. Reliance Jio is one of the world's largest mobile operators. Today, they serve nearly 500 million subscribers. Our portfolio ranges from products that on the front end of the user experience, including digital endpoints, to cloud-based or in-network, in-data center applications, even technologies that sit in the telecom network core and provide functionality and infrastructure that enable 4G and 5G services, as well as broadband access solutions. As part of that Reliance family, we have a unique benefit, I think, for our customers in the market. We're able to couple our product offers with the service delivery know-how that's derived from Jio's operational excellence. That combination can help ensure our customers' success with delivering new digital transformational solutions and applications. Today, the focus of my presentation will be on Radisys media server-based solutions. This technology is used in carrier 4G and 5G networks today, in unified communications applications and conferencing services, and a number of industry-focused vertical applications from some of our independent software vendor customers. This technology serves today almost 2 billion subscribers through our deployments in over 150 operators globally and tens of thousands of businesses worldwide through those application partners. So in an average year, businesses spend almost $1.5 trillion servicing customer calls. I think it's interesting to put that in perspective. Less than 20 countries have GDPs of greater than $1 trillion. So that's an indicative of how important customer service and customer interactions is. Automation of these interactions is a major driver of cost savings. According to an American Express customer service survey, a majority of consumers prefer self-service for basic interactions, whether it's via websites, mobile apps, IVRs, traditional IVRs, or conversational IVRs, or online chat. But there's, as David talked about, there's an important role for customer service agents as well. Customers are more likely to seek out a person to assist with complex subjects or to resolve disputes or complaints. The stakes for businesses are high, not just based on the investment they're making, but in their ability to retain customers. In that same American Express survey, 1/3 of consumers said that they would consider switching companies after just one instance of bad customer service. So a mismatch in service quality perspectives shows how vulnerable companies might be to that threat. 80% of companies say they deliver superior customer service, but only 8% of customers feel the same way. The pandemic, as David highlighted, has driven digital interactions to unprecedented levels. A McKinsey executive survey suggests that digital transformation of operations has accelerated by 3 to 4 years over its pre-pandemic course. And these changes are more than likely to be permanent. Almost 2 years into the crisis, many websites still steer customers away from contact centers yet have contact centers and live support, yet they have long call hold times or interaction hold times, even for chat sessions. Just the opposite of what customers who have a complex problem want to experience. The contact center user experience is where loyalty can be made, reinforced, or even go to die. Interactions must be intuitive. They must be easy to customize and adapt with low-code or no-code tools. Just the dynamics of David mentioned the number of a portion of at-home agents, just the volatility of the ability for people to work out of office, uncertainty about which regulations and different surges in the pandemic, how that might impact the workforce. The solution itself must be elastic and dynamic to make it easy for customers to connect and interact wherever they are and whenever they need. About 2 years ago, Radisys launched a new suite of applications under the Engage brand that are built on that Radisys media server technology that has the broad footprint that I highlighted. The goal of this suite is to allow businesses of all sizes to more cost-effectively enable compelling digital interaction services that couple communications, context, and real-time media stream analytics, regardless of the device that they're connecting in, the channel, or their location. These services can be consumed from a Radisys cloud. They can be deployed in a service provider data center. They can even be implemented on an enterprise premise or edge through partners. We make sure it's our customer's brand that's front and center. So again, that's why you're probably a user of Radisys technology, but you may not be familiar with our brand, because for us, our solutions are white label, and we want to make sure that our customers' brand recognition is prominent in their customer engagements. We also allow a lot of flexibility in our business model, so our customers can capture more margin. They can adapt and flexibly bundle these applications with other services to suit the unique needs of their customers and markets. Today, what we'll talk about and I'll demonstrate are two applications in this suite that can better help align business service quality with the outcomes customers expect, and hopefully resolve that mismatch that I mentioned earlier in the perceptions of customer service quality and outcomes between the customers and companies themselves. These two applications are our digital assistant offer, and I'll also present a sneak peek at a programmable communications platform that we'll be launching in the first quarter of next year. So while AI and machine learning technologies have helped make chatbots a nearly ubiquitous part of the customer care landscape, many contact center voice interfaces that predate the deployment of those chatbots are still using technologies, are still using older technologies and not leveraging the AI and ML-based solutions and backends that the chatbots enable. And again, to my surprise, that the number of customers or users in the audience here who are considering video-enabled solutions, use of video for automated assistance is still rare. With our Engage Video Assistant application, or EVA for short, Radisys builds on a natural language understanding engine. This enables conversational interactions regardless of the modality, whether it's text, voice, or video. And again, whether the interactions are derived via websites, mobile apps, phone calls, other applications in chat and messaging applications, even uniquely one-touch video calls over cellular calls. I think there's some interesting applications as mobile operators enable and smartphones are support native video calls, so you don't need an app. You can connect and make video calls directly through the dialer on the phone. That's much more convenient in some cases. And I'll talk more momentarily about what that video dimension can mean to customers and to businesses delivering video-enabled services. You see a suite of applications here referenced in this conversational intelligence diagram. One benefit of that EVA application is that its underlying building blocks make it a very versatile solution to support other applications and use cases. David talked about the evolution of IVRs to conversational, more conversational solutions. With this technology, existing IVRs can be upgraded to use conversational speech for voice interactions. While we support external cloud speech services, and customers may already have a speech solution they're working with Microsoft Azure Speech Services or Google, we also provide an integrated conversational speech capability, and there are several benefits to that. It can drive significant cost savings as speech becomes more, as the speech processing is used in more of these applications. Paying by the drink and the cost of these cloud-based solutions can be very expensive. So we've seen cases where that integrated capability that we provide can literally save customers over 90% relative to alternative solutions. It can also improve response times. And in the case for user experience and quality of experience, milliseconds matter. Milliseconds can even shave over the course of a year significant costs. Savings in milliseconds can save significant costs as well. A solution, an integrated in-network solution, can also help address customer concerns about conversation privacy rather than worrying about whether Alexa or Siri are spying on them. It can even serve customers who can, there you go, Alexa spying on me. And it can help address customer concerns about it can even serve customers who converse in less commonly spoken languages that public cloud speech services generally don't support. Our Speak to Bot application adds voice and video interfaces to existing text chatbots, so users can maximize the ROI of the investment they've already made in those bots and how those bots have been tuned and evolved based on machine learning. Finally, the engaged in-call assistant allows all these capabilities to be applied to many more person-to-application or person-to-person digital interactions. It's not often that a product or service can be truly labeled the first of its kind. The first video demonstration that I'll play represents just that. EVA adds the dimension of interactive video to automated intelligent interactions. When we launched this product early last year, it literally was the first of its kind that had the three-in-one voice video and text chat capabilities integrated into the solution with its own intent or NLU engine and the flexibility to support many different languages. Why is video important? David talked about a few of the benefits. Video can translate to greater selling impact and message retention. It could mean servicing many more customers with the same staffing level, and I'll talk about a couple of examples where existing text chat or voice really don't serve use cases that they don't serve very well. It can lead to greater customer satisfaction and brand awareness. Most significantly, it enables a range of new e-commerce and customer care applications. A few stats on the impact of video in business and customer support. 85% of companies use video as a marketing tool. 90% of customers report that product-related videos help them make purchase decisions. 64% are more likely to buy a product online after watching a video about it. EVA uses context and customer interest to deliver the right video response to help seal a deal. Video, 80% of customers remember videos they've seen recently, so a lot more retention than reading or audio or voice only. EVA's interactive capabilities and customers' direct engagement in the experience can help make those engagements more memorable. Video automates what voice or text only can. So a couple of examples, how-to videos. On any given day, these may be the second or third most popular category on YouTube. But unlike on YouTube as a vehicle where it's very difficult to stand out from the pack, EVA how-to videos can be an effective way to ensure control over the message, positioning of products and services, and placement. And again, they are context sensitive. So depending on what the customer is asking for, the right information will be presented in the way that a company wants to present it. Video can also help with troubleshooting customer issues. Guiding users step by step based on what the user's experience can help customers help themselves. So those are just two how-to and customer service or customer support. Troubleshooting are just two examples of cases where in the past customers may need to escalate for human person-to-person intervention to solve a problem. So video can help automate more of those interactions and allow agents to be used more efficiently, process more calls for more complex issues, or to help where there's a challenge in where these automated solutions can't quite close the interaction and address the customer requirement. Another interesting benefit of video, it actually can help lower inhibitions for users to communicate on complex or personal subjects, things like financial information or healthcare, and these have this kind of interaction then has benefits for applications like HR or for companies in banking or financial services industries or insurance, for example. One of the key attributes of the applications that I've talked about so far are that they don't require a rip and replace or a forklift upgrade from existing systems. As I mentioned earlier, they support omnichannel access. They can be integrated with existing CRM and customer service, customer contact center, customer care systems to help identify customers, to create and carry forward more context about customer interactions. They can apply real-time and post-interaction analytics for customers to reach their objectives. And where necessary and beneficial, the applications can also help when the interactions have to be addressed by live personnel by carrying that context forward to the agents or staff who help customers continue their interactions. We also provide self-service digital authoring tools to make it easy for users to produce new bots or adapt existing bots, and complete analytics dashboard and reports, give businesses up-to-the-minute decision support information. So this really provides the ability to plug into an end-to-end solution with a lot of compelling capabilities to help customers achieve their needs and businesses maintain loyalty to those customers, close more deals, and support customer requirements. So with that, I'll share the first video demo of EVA, which illustrates many of these concepts.
Hi, welcome to Radisys Insurance Agency. I can help you pick the right insurance or help you file a claim. Please ask your question. What can I assist you with today?
I'd like to know about home insurance coverage options.
Sure. We provide protection of all types of properties, condominiums, single-family homes, ranch, you name it. We cover you from unforeseen threats such as natural calamities or random acts of theft and vandalism. Do you have any specific questions about the home insurance? Maybe documentation or claim process?
Yes, I want to learn about the claim process.
Our home insurance claim process is very simple. All our agents are available 24/7 to file a claim. You can call them anytime, or you can simply go online and fill a short form to get started. For more details, please visit radisysinsurance.com/home/claim process.
I'd like to file a claim.
Sure, I can certainly help you with that. Who is your insurance carrier?
Mercury Insurance.
Great. Let me transfer your call to an agent in your insurance carrier. Have a nice day.
Hi. It sounds like you'd like to file a claim today. Let's get started.
All right, I think this insurance claims workflow is a really great example of how video can be used to make an interaction more engaging and personalized. It can help create bonds between customers and employees in the business by putting a face to that business. It's one way for small businesses to compete with big box stores that come into their neighborhood. You'll also may have noticed that in that transition from the automated assistant to the contact center agent, that there was an in-call video advertisement used to promote a new service. So a lot of different capabilities that can be woven into the customer experience, it makes for a much more compelling interaction and helps a customer address their requirements very quickly. The next demonstration illustrates how many of the capabilities that we talked about and David talked about can be implemented in a collaboration context.
Hi, I am Sophia, your virtual assistant. Welcome to the Radisys Engage conferencing platform. I will authenticate your facial and voice biometrics and help you join the conference. Please look straight into the camera while speaking your passphrase.
I'm doing a webinar today and would like your support.
I was able to successfully authenticate you. You will now be joined into the conference.
Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me on this call today. I'm excited to demonstrate how the conversational AI-based in-call digital assistant can be used within a live conferencing call. When I joined the conference, you may have noticed Sophia, our virtual assistant, authenticated me as the conference moderator using voice and facial biometrics. You will also experience other speech-enabled value-added capabilities such as noise cancellation and adding a user to a call. I see we have Sammy and Sunny already on our conference today. Let's dial in Keisha as well. Hey Sophia. Please add Keisha to this conference.
Sure.
Hi, it's Keisha. Thanks for calling me in.
Thanks for joining us, Keisha. Oh, sorry for the extra noise. Hey, Sophia. Please suppress the noise. You must have noticed that Sophia has successfully activated the AI-based noise suppression feature on our communication platform that removes any background noise on live peer-to-peer or multi-party calls. With more and more people working from home now, it's a great capability to enhance productivity. I'm going to begin sharing now. To avoid any distractions, let me mute everyone. Rather than trying to remember a code to mute everyone, I will simply ask my virtual assistant to do that for me. Hey, Sophia, please mute all participants.
Yes, I can.
Thank you all for watching. Our Engage in-call assistant solution can perform many such tasks on live voice or video calls. Transcribing a call, taking orders, live translations, the opportunities are endless. If you have any questions or would like a personalized demo, please reach out to us at engagesales@radisys.com.
Okay. I want to make sure we do have time to cover a few questions. Just a couple of things I'd like to point out there. Some interesting capabilities. The wake word, Sophia, that technology uses minimal compute resources. It can be used for small command sets as well, like transcribe call, record call, and then hand off to more expensive conversational speech resources when needed. That wake word can be use a company brand persona, that voice print and face recognition capability, or a combination of the two that was used to authenticate Talal into that conference, can help reduce the risk of using insecure passwords or the hassle of replacing forgotten ones. And these technologies also have great applications to extend contact centers to new entry points, like hands-free use in cars or kiosks. Finally, I said earlier in the presentation that I would give a sneak peek at a new product we're offering. The applications that we talked about today were all built with a platform we call engagedigital.ai. We are making this platform available to customers as well, starting in Q1 of next year, to enable them to empower their own developers or their customers' developers to create tailored omnichannel digital engagement solutions, or to even extend the applications we discussed today. So I'd encourage anybody who's interested to reach out to us to request a custom demo and a trial. And we can also provide a lot more information about the new Engage Digital platform as well. So thank you. Back to you, Eric.
Okay, thanks very much, Al. And we do have some time for some questions, and have some questions around just kind of how the whole Engage suite fits together. And someone asking specifically, what's the pricing model? Can you buy each of these capabilities sort of a la carte, or how do you engage with that?
Yeah, thanks, Eric. The products and the offers in the suite are available a la carte. The standard model is for customers to be able to start in with a low barrier to entry from a cost point of view. It really based depending on the application, based on usage or consumption. Some of the applications in the suite are more conducive to subscriber-based models. Others literally by how they're used or the capacity on maybe a quarterly or 6-month basis. So usage-based, pay as you grow, the exact model based on the application, and also a lot of flexibility to adapt to the model to a customer's particular market or requirements. Okay.
That makes sense. Thanks. We have a couple questions, actually, people asking about how all of this integrates with the existing contact center technology that the enterprise may have. I assume this is something that can easily be, maybe not so easily, but it can be integrated with the major contact center systems. And would that go for both premises systems that the enterprise has implemented, as well as if it were run with a CPaaS provider?
Yeah, that's right. So the platform that these applications are built on, the idea is that it provides the interfaces to make it easy to adapt to different technologies depending on the application. So we have customers who are using this already with Cisco and Genesys contact centers, for example, for that contextual information and carry forward. I mentioned that we have interfaces to various speech processing technologies as well as integrated solutions. So it's really adaptable. And one of the things that the philosophies of the platform itself is that we created a modular architecture. So where there would be interfaces for an end-to-end solution, we provide for modularity that we can plug in different engines, but abstract the APIs we present to customers, so they don't have to deal with the nuances of individual technologies that we integrate with.
Makes sense. Okay. And a question: what is and how do you come up with the ROI for adding the voice and video conversational AI versus just kind of the traditional IVR? Do you look to just improvements in the traditional contact center metrics like average handle time and first call resolution? And what do those ROIs typically look like?
Yeah, I mean, we tend to try to tie into existing business metrics, agent efficiency, cost savings. Especially because some of these technologies are really being deployed as sort of greenfield in contact centers. There can be really significant incremental ROIs that are achieved very quickly. Like I mentioned a couple of examples where video can be applied that audio or text only won't really serve well. So it's fairly easy to measure the number of interactions that are transitioned from that would typically have been handled by an agent and are now automated. Another savings on the back end that I highlighted, but it's such a significant savings that it's worth repeating. The idea that there's a lot of savings to be derived from using an in-network, a lot of benefits, including cost savings, to be derived by using an in-network speech processing engine. And even technologies like the text-to-speech and being able to combine text-to-speech with pre-recorded clips in a natural way, because not just the speech-to-text transcription, but the speech synthesis is also typically purchased in 15-second increments. So being able to use pre-recorded clips as well can save significant money. One of our first customers, literally through that technique, was able to save several $1 million in a year. So there's a lot of different aspects to the ROI for the solutions, not to mention the potential to serve new applications, new marketing applications. Video is a way for businesses to extend their kind of brand personas and spokespeople to different types of interactions, which you wouldn't be able to do naturally through like a text chat, for example.
All right, and with that, we are just about at the top of the hour. So I would like to thank our presenters, Al and David, for the great presentations and discussion that we had, and certainly appreciate the audience's time in joining us today. Within the next 24 hours, the audience members will all receive a personalized follow-up email that'll have details, give you a link to the presentation on demand in case you missed any of it, and certainly also if you have any other colleagues who you think would also enjoy the webinar and get as much out of it as we all did here, please do pass that along to them also. So on behalf of our guests from Radisys and Omdia, I'm Eric Kraft. Thanks for your time and have a great day.